Hi, YouTube friends. I'm Debbie Miraji, and thank you all so very, very much for your great support of my channel. Wow, it's grown exponentially, and I'm just so very grateful. And today I wanted to talk to you all about some of the messaging that I have received, and it's kind of off topic from health in some ways, but it all parlays into a lifestyle, and it's about makeup. Some of you ladies wrote and asked me, how do you do makeup for your skin? And so I just kind of wanted to go over that. Thank you for trusting me in the first place. And I'm not a makeup artist at all, but I will tell you, back when I, first became a nurse, I became really interested in makeup, and it was always kind of therapeutic for me to look at the colors and just study books about it, and I was always amazed. And then when I moved out here to Southern California, I had the, pleasure of meeting quite a lot of makeup artists and who were neighbors and just different people in my interaction with my social life. And then later on, I did a little set work on some cable programs, and I had mastered how to do just some basic makeup, and the makeup artistry team said you can do your own and just come in already done. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things that I like to use. The first is this NARS makeup here, and it is a stick foundation. I just find it, really nice, and if you apply it with a brush, it's really, really nice to use. And the color I'm using is called, I guess, Ceylon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down all of the products in this video below, and I will give you all of that information. So I just kind of bring that stick up, and I already have my face moisturized, and I just use different types of moisturizers, and I'll go over that like in another video for skincare. So I just want to do this really quick. So I take this Sonia Kashuk brush here and just sort of paint this makeup stick on. And I just like to start around my eyes here. And I'm looking at my mirror here just to give me some good coverage here. And the thing about this is you can paint on as little or as much as you want. Some people use a concealer under their eyes. Some people use different types of products on their eyelids and the like. I just find it easier to just take this and paint over or brush over my eyes here. And the thing with the brush is it can kind of help you distribute the makeup really nicely. I've always had a lot of freckles, and living in a sunny climate really adds to that. And remember my mom, she always had the clearest skin you could imagine, just porcelain, very light skin, big blue eyes, and really dark hair. And she'd always say, I used to paint on freckles when I was a younger girl. And so just in doing this, I just like to go around and make sure that everything is evenly distributed. And if you're going out for a day look, or just like a light meeting or something like that. I teach exercise, so I don't like to cake a lot of this stuff on. But then again, I don't want to scare my clients either, showing up with none. So I just go ahead and do this. And if you wanted more coverage, let's say you're going out or to an event or something, you can add. But it's always best, I think, to start with a little and then work out. Next is eyebrows. My eyebrows have really thinned over the years, and thank goodness I met a stellar makeup artist, Steven, back in the late 90s, and he said, don't keep over tweezing your eyebrows, because you're going to have none one day. And so thank goodness I listened to him. But I like to take this NARS color palette here, and again, I think it's called Cordura, and I'll write it out. And I just take the lighter color and I start on the outward portion of the eye, like the last 1/3. And you know, I didn't invent any of this stuff. I think it's been around for a really long time. And I learned from watching different makeup artists and just reading books on the technique. I was always just amazed. And my daughter did a little film, and she's going to start doing her own makeup videos because she's just gorgeous and she has the prettiest eyes you can imagine, and she gives me tips too. And one of the makeup artists that worked on the set gave some tips too, and he worked at the Joe Velasco Studios. He was a teacher, an instructor. So after I just kind of, you know, blend and paint over my eyebrows, I take this darker palette here and I just bring it out to the last 1/3 of my eye area here. That whole eyebrow doesn't need to be painted, in my opinion. It's just a sort of accent. And then I turn the brush over from the angled side and I just kind of dabble it here. One of the things I kind of like to do is just sort of brush it off onto the side of the case and just sort of go over the entire eye here, like this. And ta-da! Just gives you a little pop, and I don't overdo it. You know, and I take the brush and I sort of blend it back in, you know. And for nighttime, what you can do is you can add a pop of the other one, again with the angled brush like this, or if you just like it, just to open up your eyes more. I feel like it opens up mine. I just take this and I dabble that darker color on the outside here, right on that last, right where that border is here, and just sort of blend it in here. And that's about it. And I like to take my fingers and blend too, because it provides like a little bit of natural oil, I think, and it just helps to smooth out those layers. And then next, I'm using this eye pencil here. It's a Target Pixie, and I think it's a bronze color. And Paulina bought these for me, my daughter, from Target. And they're more of a pen, and they just have a little bit of a, I'm not going to say gel, but I'd say like a marker-esque kind of consistency. So what I like to do is take this tiny angle brush here and paint that on. So again, I just like to start on the outside of the eye here. I'm going to say that I learned this back 20 some odd years ago from watching videos of the acclaimed makeup artist Victoria Jackson. And that was one of the things that helped me so much. Her technique for the eyes is what I really remember. I haven't seen that video in decades, but was very, very nice. And I took away a few techniques from her, some from Ricky, some from my makeup artist who tweezed my eyebrows for a number of years, Stephen, and they are all just amazing people. And then the ladies on the set that I worked with on Untold Stories of the ER, and just watching videos. And I just like to take this brush here on the end of this other eyebrow pencil, which sometimes I use, but today I just wanted to dabble in that color and just kind of brush them upward. Every little bit helps. And then I'm going to take this stick blush, and it's all aglow. And again, Paulina got these from Target, and so I'm just going to take this here, and I have this little MAC brush, not so little but kind of tall here, and I just sort of dabble it in there and put it here on the cheeks. I don't use too much of this, to be honest with you. And some people use this for a lip color as well. So you can have your choice of that. And lastly, I'm not going to use any mascara, but I'm going to use this pen here, and it's by Clinique. And again, I'll list all of the colors. The font on here is fine. I probably couldn't read it in my 20s or 30s, let alone today at my age. So I just kind of go over my lips here with that. And sometimes I use mascara and sometimes I don't. Today I'm going to forego it. It's a hot day and I have some meetings and then some clients, so I don't want to go in too makeup up. But thank you all so much for taking the time to listen, and I look forward to interacting with you all on some other health topics. If you have any suggestions for me for makeup videos, if you like this, okay, that'd be wonderful, and if not, I understand. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Bye.